NBA, Colin.
Yeah.
There's a concerning report regarding Joel Embiid's knee injury. According to Sam Amick and Joe Vardon of The Athletic, although Embiid did not suffer a new injury during the Olympics, his knee is unstable enough that there was concern about further damage had he played at the start of the year.
That story leaks because they're getting criticism for not playing him. Suddenly now the story gets out. This damage could ruin the season. I think Philadelphia is hearing it from their fans and their media and the national media.
Charles Barkley.
It's nonsense. Barkley is accurate. Nonsense.
You love this.
Do you think Paul George would have left Intuit Dome to go to this silliness?
I think that's a good question. Now, the Clippers were lowballing him, and he wanted his max deal, so the Sixers are like desperate, come on down. But now Paul George walks in the building, and it's like Joel Embiid's unstable.
Embiid's not playing, and Karl Anthony Towns is dropping 44.
44, baby.
Yeah. So I think I do believe this. I think Milwaukee's in trouble at the end of the season. I don't trust Philadelphia. I think it's a Celtics, Knicks, East. Keep your eye on quickly improving Orlando and Indiana. I think Orlando and Indiana.
How about Indiana last night?
Yeah.
They look good.
No, Indiana and Orlando are getting better fast.
I know we're not allowed to talk about Cleveland, but the Cavaliers. That's a good smoke the Lakers last night. Cavaliers are looking good. New coach.
I bought into them last year and got burned.
Okay. Well, I want to talk Philadelphia Eagles and Joel Embiid because this whole idea, right? First off, it's like his knee's fine, but they're kind of leaking this because they kind of want to save face with fans and the media and stuff like this. And it's such a disgrace, some of the comments that some of these people are making, whether it be the fans or even ex-players about Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard and stuff like that. These guys both hit the genetic lottery, right? Joel Embiid being obviously gifted enough and having the physicality in the body and the talent to be able to play in the NBA and make $1 gajillion. But they've also got, the opposite of the lottery, right? Just the worst luck in terms of their body inability to handle these games. Like, they're ripping Joel Embiid because he's not going to play back-to-backs. His body can't handle it. It's not because he doesn't care. It's not because it's a lack of energy and effort and willpower. That's not what it is. Okay? It just is what it is. Just like people who have 20/20 vision while other people need to have magnifying glasses as glasses. Okay? Everybody is born with all different, talents and gifts and genetics and luck and bad luck. It just is what it is. And we know that. So this whole idea of like, well, in my day we did this, and in your day, and blah, blah, blah. These people are soft, and the fans, and this or that. I get it. In a perfect world, it's frustrating. It's angering. You want these players to play all the time. I do think of the fans. I think of the fans first and foremost, honestly, and I get it, right? No one wants to tune in and watch the Sixers play and have Joel Embiid not there. I get it. But the dude has put his body on the line season after season after season after season. And he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And when he comes back from injuries, he does everything he can play. He gets concussed. He gets his face bone, broken. He hurts his knee. He puts on a sleeve. He wears a mask. He passes concussion protocol. He does everything he can to get back out there. He does. He does everything he can. So this idea that he deserves hate or that he should get all this criticism, it's just absurd. It's from people who either want to project and act like they're just a bunch of warriors, or people who fundamentally don't understand the human body and how injuries and how wear and tear and the genetic components of why people can't stay healthy. Do you really think Tom Brady stayed healthy because he just stretched and had avocado milkshakes or whatever? That's why he was able to stay healthy for all these years. Because he ate avocados, brown rice, and stretched. Okay, sure. Well, then you have LeBron James doing the exact opposite, not doing those things, having an insane amount of mass, way bigger than Tom Brady, and yet LeBron James has now stayed healthy. What about all the other players that put a tremendous amount of money and time and health and prioritize their body, yet they struggle to stay healthy? It's not in everyone's control, okay? It's not. In my immediate life, right, I am without a doubt the healthiest person. I take care of my diet, my nutrition, my exercise. All that stuff is locked in, okay? Locked in. And I was kayaking down a river with my family. It was with my dumb sister-in-law and my nephew. He dropped his hat in the water, and he reached out to get it. And I said, no, don't do that. And again, my incredibly dumb sister-in-law was like, what? And she spun around and caused it to flip over. And she's out of shape. She's overweight, unhealthy, eating fast food. I mean, she can't do anything. I'm the one that's physically fit. I'm the one that's exercised. I'm the one that's taking care of my body. I'm the one that's eating healthy, eating protein, doing everything I need to do, understanding all this type of stuff. I tear my meniscus. She's totally fine. She's totally fine. And part of it is because I am really athletic. And so when it flipped over, I maneuvered myself and I stayed above water. I didn't go under. They both went under because they're not athletic and they are out of shape. And one of them is, a little kid, obviously. And so they just actually went under. My head stayed dry. I was able to, I don't even know what, and, kind of like J-Mac looking like a ninja, and I stayed up. But because of that, I compromised my body and I tore my meniscus. So you can't always put the blame on the individual. And it's getting so tiring for people wanting to do that. So, it is interesting, right? Unstable enough. There's concern for further damage if he goes out. That's probably true. It's probably true. Like, I think Colin was kind of trying to imply, like, they're just feeling the heat, so they need to, like, have this leak out now. Like, I think that's true. They have to be careful. They want to be smart managing Joel Embiid's body. And it's the smartest thing they can do. It's what they did with Anthony, AD, and it worked tremendously for him. So, it's just, sometimes you got to give some grace to people. It's not a lack of will, not a lack of caring. And, like, Embiid's such an easy target for people to pile on, and it just doesn't make sense, right? The guy can't even go to the Olympics without being booed nonstop, right? Just all because he wanted to play for Team USA, right? I mean, and it's like, and obviously everyone loves him. You see all the players. They stuck up for him. They were with him, right? They were kind of like doing like this to the crowd and stuff like that. They brought on the boos to be like, that's right, boo him as he's beating your team, right? Like, they brought it on. And the players are going to know Embiid better than anyone else. And if LeBron James, Steph, KD, AD, right, all of those guys are all going to step up and have his back, well, then he's a good person. So the fact that everybody wants to kind of jump on him, at this point, it's like, okay. Like, people are still going to criticize KD for going to Golden State Warriors. It's like, okay, you go keep doing that. You go keep up with that nonsense. Best of luck to you. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Embiid, his knee, the whole fact that he's getting all this criticism for sitting out and no back-to-backs and all that? From the really bold, fearless Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.